A lot of you would tell me, say, Eric, now with economic crisis, right, no one's ever going to buy anything. Wrong. Okay, that's a wrong perspective. I'm sure you don't think that way because you're investors. You know that this is a great opportunity. I'm trying to tell you right now that in COVID-19, as much as all these businesses are dying, every business on the left-hand side is doing very well. So go after them. So Twain, Ricardo, go through the whole list. These are all also your potential customers because these people are doing very well. They have lots of cash. So why can't we go after their business? Okay, the next step is you need to build trust because the person followed you means that the person give you attention, but you can't sell to that person yet, not yet. Yeah? So you need to build trust. Now, very quickly, I'm going to show you how you build trust. Now, to build trust, you need three things. You need familiarity, which means that Ricardo and Twain, these followers need to interact with you at least 4 to 6 times before you can hit an 80% closing ratio. So meaning to say, if they interact with your content 4 to 6 times, by the time they see your 7 content, they're probably going to buy something, right? If they have talked to you 4 to 6 times on private message or comments, all right, then the probability goes very high as well. So this has a lot to do with your chatting skills. Now, so I'm going to show you something really cool about how do you do that. Remember just now I showed you that I got you to add them all in a list, in a friend list here? Right? So what you do right now is every day you go to your homepage and you go under friend list over here. And then you scroll down, you look for raving fan base. Because remember, I save everybody under raving fan base. I hit here and every morning you would see the number over here increase. Because these are the people that you added and they accepted your friend request. I want this to be 100 every month. This is your followers. All right. Now, then what do you do? Every time they update their posts, it will all be here. Which means that instead of you finding them one by one, which is crazy, there's no way you can do that. All you need to do is just spend time here, liking their posts, commenting their posts, or even chatting with them offline. And you see, Dwayne, if you're going to add people who are into keto diets or into fitness, generally their content will be all fitness related, right? It means that you have a lot that you can talk about. Ricardo, if you're adding people who are interested in interior design or home decor, generally speaking, they will post a lot more pictures relating to their homes. Now you have something to talk about because that's your area of expertise. That's how you can demonstrate your expertise. Don't sell, demonstrate your expertise. Give feedback, share, answer questions. People will go like, who the heaven is this person? And then the same thing goes, they will click on your picture and they will go to your profile. And in your profile, you must say that I'm an interior designer. I'm looking to help people make their houses nice. I'm looking forward to help them make their stay-home experience a wonderful one. Or Twain, I'm looking, to help people who are busy and wants results fast, to have a personalized fitness regime. So whenever I go to your page, you must tell me who you are and what value I can get out of you. Then this whole entire process will work. Otherwise, it will not work because they will just think that you're spamming. Okay? Okay, now, so remember, 4 to 6 times. Next. Part of building trust is making sure the person likes you. Likeability, very important. So I'm going to have some fun with Twain and Ricardo right now. I call this strategy the Me5 strategy. You probably never heard this before. I'm going to share with you. You see, Ricardo and Twain, if your entire freaking Facebook feed and Instagram feed is all fitness and houses, it's boring, boring. Because human beings are multi-dimensional human beings. So you cannot just show one side of you. A diamond is beautiful because it's multifaceted. So I need Twain and Ricardo to show 5 aspects of themselves that they believe is interesting or can help them connect with your audience. Got it? So now, this is where it is really cool because it's about understanding yourself. So again, if you don't understand yourself, that's why, I have a side note. The creation of your brand requires self-awareness. The communication of your brand requires empathy.
Yeah.
See, so earlier on, we were working on empathy because I'm asking you to figure out who your dream customer is. Now we're going to work inwards into your brand, right? Your identity, your reputation. And it's about self-awareness. So if you don't know yourself well, never mind. I'll teach you how to know yourself, okay? All you need to do is just go to your top customers again and ask them why do they buy from you or what makes you stand out from everybody else? So I actually do that, you know. Like, okay, let's play a little game, okay? I want all of you, the 300 and the 200 plus of you, right, who's right now listening to me, I want you to write one word about Rash. Like, what makes Rash super duper attractive to you? Go. Right in the comment section. What makes Rash super attractive to you? Electric. I have no idea what that means. Let's go. Keep going. Giving, generous, genuine, positive, kind, beautiful soul. Now, see, Rash, this is what makes you attractive. So you need to double down on those things to attract more of the same followers that just said the word that they say. So your job, Rash, is to go figure out what are the top 5 words that people commonly describe about you that make them very attracted to you. And you need to deliberately find opportunities to communicate those 5 words. Twin, I need you to go talk to your customers and ask them, why did they buy from you? What makes you stand out? Ricardo, do the same thing.
Okay.
Talk to your interior design. If you have not many customers yet, then just talk to, in general, your close friends. What do you like about me? Like, what makes me stand out as a person? Ricardo, I love your quirky designs on Instagram, by the way. It's very cool. You're a very cool guy. Right? You're the kind of friend that if I hang out with you, it makes me cool. Right? So I believe that that's one very cool thing. So you're a bit quirky. Like sometimes you'll put out a post that if you don't read the caption, I have no idea what you just post. But it makes me curious. You give me the impression that you're like that. I may be wrong. This is my second time seeing you. But if that's you and that's what your friend liked about you, I need you to double down on that. You see, the only way you can be different, sorry, let me highlight this. In branding, it's more important to be different than to be better.
Yeah.
In branding, it's more important to be different than to be better. You know, I'm dropping a lot of sound bites here. I want to talk to the 200 plus of you who's listening to this. If you guys at the end of today's webinar, right, you can do an Instagram story post or a Facebook post listing down all the key takeaways. Don't give away everything, but all the sound bites, right? All the sound bites, and you tag me, right? I will give for you. Okay. So if you just do that, because sometimes I just say things, but they're not planned, and I'll like, oh man, if only I can remember what I just said. So if you guys can help me like summarize what all the key nice sound bites that you heard, and just tag me later on Instagram, you know, I'll give you something as a thank you. Okay. Twain and Ricardo, I'm going to give you an example. So like for me, right? One of the things that I wrote intentionally was I need to communicate that I'm known, loved, and respected. And the reason is because if I'm going to teach you guys to be known, loved, and respected, I jolly well better be known, loved, and respected. So whenever there is evidence that I'm known, loved, and respected, like when I'm speaking to a large audience of 10,000 or thousands, whenever fans buy me nice stuff or fans go crazy about taking photos with me, or whenever I'm traveling business class in a nice country, I would always document that down and save it in a photo album called KLR. I do not need to post it yet, but I have an album. So all of you must have 5 albums. Each album represents one word that you want people to remember about you. So whenever you take pictures and take videos, you save it immediately in that folder. So that later on when you go Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, you say, today is Monday. I need to communicate that I'm known, loved, and respected. You go to the KRR folder. Tuesday, I need to show people that I'm extremely positive. Then you put a quote down. Wednesday, I need to show people that I'm relatable. Okay, I'm going to show them all the stupid things I do behind the scenes. Are you all following? Yeah. That's what makes you charismatic on social media. That's what makes you interesting to look at. Right? So Twain and Ricardo, since today I'm coaching you, each of you tell me one thing about you like that makes you attractive. Don't have to be shy, okay? This is not time to be humble. Like what makes you stand out from all the other advisors, all the other fitness instructors out there?
Well, my friends tell me I'm quite a good listener.
How does that manifest? How do people conclude that you're a good listener?
They tend to open up to me quite quickly.
Okay, so now, excellent. One way, so how can we show people that you're a good listener? I got an answer already, but I'm going to make you work for it. How can we know that a person is a good listener?
Ask a lot more questions.
There's a demonstration of that, right? So Twain, you know what I would actually do? Because you're on Facebook, right?
Yes.
I would actually, on a weekly basis, 1 day a week, I will switch on Facebook Live and just talk to and listen to people. I'll get my followers in and I'll tell all of them, share with me your fitness challenges right now. And you listen because you said you are a good listener, right? Because the best way to communicate your strengths is by demonstrating it. So that will be one content that I will create every week. See, a lot of you say, Eric, I don't know what content to create. No. The reason why you don't know what content to create is because you don't know yourself well enough. You don't know what makes you outstanding. You don't know what makes you attractive. The minute you can find 5 things about you that's outstanding, that's attractive, that's what makes customer want to buy from you, these 5 translates into content. And that's just 5. But don't forget, remember I told you to follow your competition as well? To follow the super influencers, the dream influencers. I will also look at what are the 5 content that they create that's always been doing very well. And then I model. I tell you something, you have a lot of content to create one. You can't run out of content.
Okay.
Ricardo,
okay.
Your turn.
Making people feel more comfortable with me. They can spill a lot of beans when they're with me.
Oh my God, that's so scary, but okay.
Yeah.
If that's you, then it's the same advice that I have, because the only way that we can see people opening up to you is when we see people opening up to you on a Facebook Live. Another flip side of how you can do it is you open up to people first. That means every week you would share a story about yourself, your backstory, that or something that happens recently to you that makes you a little bit vulnerable, but you're willing to share that. Because the only way people can open up to you is if you first open up to others, right? So you demonstrate that, and people will do it back to you. Ricardo, you like this? You have a structure now?
Very
Wayne,
much.
you have a structure? Very good. Let's move on. The last part, very easy. To build trust is about credibility also, right? If I like you, I'll just be your friend. But if I respect you, then I will be a customer. So every week, you also need to demonstrate your knowledge, which is what I'm doing right now. I'm just teaching, giving your best stuff away. Don't worry about it. People love it, right? So just do that, right? Anyway, I tell you something. The best way to be credible is if Ricardo and Twain, every single day, you should be reading books about fitness. Every day, you should be reading books about interior design. The more you consume, the more you can produce, right? I want the both of you to be content producers. But to be a good content producer, you need to first be a good content consumer. That's a soundbite too, right? So I need you guys to study more. When you study more, you can produce content. So every week, one or so, right? One teaching content. So this is the whole summary. So when you do all these things that I just taught you, you would already be building a very strong trust-based relationship with every one of the person that follows you. Chit-chatting skills are important. Content creation skills are important. Your charisma is important. Your knowledge is important. Okay? Are you good, the two of you? Are you all clear what to do? And the audience that's listening right now, are you guys clear? Thanks, Joshua, for your compliment. How about the rest of you? Are you guys busy taking notes? And are you guys learning?
Yeah.
There's a kid in the room. They say, yeah. Okay, now let's move on. This is also very important. Now we have done our followers, right? Our step 0 is we know our customers, our dream customer. Step 1, we found our followers. Step 2, we build trust with them through interacting with them on a consistent basis, through understanding ourselves, and then creating content that communicates our uniqueness, and also teaching, right? So we've done all that. So you're putting out a lot of content. People are constantly interacting with you. That's great. Now, but this is a very important process, okay? A very important part of the process. We need to convert the 100 followers into 20 active members. How do we convert them? It's simple. We need to take them out of a social media platform, or you can put them in a group, right? Like what Twain does. You actually do have a fitness Facebook group. That's fine. All right. You could also have it on WhatsApp. My encouragement to you, Twain, is on top of getting them to join your Facebook group, also make sure you collect their telephone number just in case. Right? Because you never know what Facebook is going to do, right? Ricardo, you are empty slate. So for you, you could do the same thing, because interior design is very visual. So I would say that putting them in a group, it's very useful because they can see visuals. But make sure that you also collect their contact details, right? Either their email address or their telephone number. Okay. Now, then you guys will ask me, Eric, how do I do that? I'm going to give you a framework, okay? Now, we have no time to talk about this, okay? But I just want to highlight to you that it's important that you take your followers out of the social media platform. The reason is because you never know. Facebook and Instagram and LinkedIn, they're also temperamental. They're changing their rules all the time. It's very frustrating. What if one day you break the rules and then you got banned? And then all your effort, all your database, all gone, right? It's very stupid. So you know, in investment, Rash always say, don't put all your eggs in one basket. So I'm saying, don't put all your followers in one basket, right? So every month, there will be one chance for you to convert some of your followers into your broadcast list on WhatsApp, or to join your mailing list in email, or to join your Telegram group, right? So you have to have a call for action every month. And now I'm going to teach Ricardo and Twain how to do that. Okay. The way to do that is to create this thing called ethical bribe. So you need to bribe them in an ethical way. You need to give them something nice, right? Now, so how do you create in an ethical bribe? It must fulfill 3 criteria. Okay, number 1, it has to solve an immediate problem. So you see, people don't trust you yet because they don't know whether you can help them. So the easiest way is to demonstrate that you can by solving the most immediate problem that they have right now. Okay, so Twain, tell me, what's the most immediate problem that all these busy people are having right now? Fitness related, of course.
Hello. Yeah. I mean, the most immediate thing is actually finding the time to get in workouts.
Home workouts.
Yeah, doing home workouts. And workouts that don't last super long.
Okay, very good. So that will be something that you can do, right? It will be in the form of videos, I suppose.
No, it could just literally be like a home, just a workout, and then maybe the video demonstrations as well.
Very nice, right?
Yeah.
Ricardo, how about you? What would be an immediate issue that you can already help people who are interested in home decor or interior design?
Sorry,
what's the immediate issue, right, that people who are looking to redesign their homes are facing right now?
Lack of visuals. Sometimes they need to see. Like 3D,
very nice. So they need
3D,
inspiration, right? They need mood,
correct.
They need mood board, right?
Yes, sir.
So, Ricardo, you know what I'll do? See, because you're going after these people, are they condo people or HDB people or landed?
More HDB, a few condos, and less landed.
No, so let's do a HDB one first.
Yeah,
right?
okay.
Make the HDB look landed.
Yep.
So what you do is you go and find 10 designs and curate that 10 designs and put it into a PowerPoint and then PDF it. That's your ethical bribe.
Okay.
10 inspiration that you can get right now to redesign your house under budget of how much money.
Okay.
Can you see that? So it solves an immediate problem. And again, to the rest of you, if you do not know what's your customer's immediate problem, that's why I say, guys, someone once upon a time, Rash, it was so interesting. I was on a podcast, a marketing podcast, and that guy says, Eric, you lost everything. You lost everything, but you have $100. What are you going to do? You only have $100 marketing budget. What would you do? What ads would you do? I said, I will not run ads. Instead, I'll take the $100 and I'll take 10 customers out, my 10 best customers out for a meal, each of them $10. And I will ask them all the questions that I've just told you to ask, including asking them what the immediate problem is. What's keeping them awake every night right now? What's out there? What's all the solution out there that's not working out for them? Like, why is ketones not working out for you? You try it. Why is it not working? Like interior design, you try to design your own house. Why is it not working? Or you try to hire an interior designer. Why is it not working? I would spend the money to spend time with my customers or my potential customers to collect all this information. Because the more I know about what causes them problem, the more I know how to attract them to me. Follow so far, the two of you?
Yes, sir.
Right? Now, and make sure that it's easy to use. I mean, don't give too complicated. Don't give books unless they know you very well. Even if it's a book, make sure it's only 10 pages. Cheat sheets are fantastic. Short 3-4 minute video is great. Anything that can be consumed in about 5 minutes are awesome ethical bribes. Every month, you create one. Unless on month April, you create a bribe that did so well, you continue doing it. Okay? So I'm going to give you an example. A week ago, just a week, actually, oh my God, like right now, staying home, right? Every day feels like 1 month. I don't know if y'all feel that way. So last Monday, I wrote a book, which is only 30 pages. It's a very nice PowerPoint design that teaches financial advisors and insurance agents how to secure appointments online. Why? because I keep receiving direct messages from people that follow me. They haven't bought anything from me. They keep saying that, Eric, my business is gone. I say, what's the biggest problem right now that if you solve, it will help you move forward? And they said that, okay, let me repeat the question. What's the biggest problem or biggest roadblock that if you destroy it, it can allow you to move forward? And they say, Eric, I need to get my customers on the Zoom call. If I can do that, I can sell. So you know what I did? I immediately sat down, spent about 6 hours, came out with this book. It's only about 30 pages, very nicely designed using PowerPoint. And guess what? In 24 hours, I had 7,500 downloads. And then I asked them. So that means I got 7,500 active community members. They are my hot leads. Yeah. And then I asked them another question. I sent them an email. I said, what's your next problem that you would love to solve? And they said, the next problem is, Eric, your book helped me secure appointments with customers, but we would love to also get new customers. So you know what I did? I did another ethical bribe. I did a 1-hour webinar, something like this, to teach them how to find new customers. The first webinar, we had 1,000 people who signed up, and then we have another 1,500 that was waiting. And right after the webinar, they actually gave me over 400 comments in Facebook saying about how transformational that program is. So now I have 2 ethical bribes that I can use at least for the next 3 months to keep converting my followers into active members. Can you see that now, guys? So you just need to ask that question, which is, what's the most immediate problem I need to help them solve? Then you create that, you test it. If it works, that's your ethical bribe. It doesn't work, never mind. Next month, you try another one. Every month, you try one. After a while, you got 12, right? And then you will constantly have different kind of gifts that you can give away. Now, okay, so done, huh? Okay. Final step. Are you interested in the sales part now? You see, Twain and Ricardo, imagine you do that fitness guidelines. Ricardo, you did your interior design mood board. So you actually have 20 people in your mailing list. You have 20 people in your group. What do you do to them so that they will buy? 2 things.
Yo, guys. If you all feel that what Eric is sharing is fire, can y'all please type down fire? Like fire! Right? Like,
thanks, Suresh. I think they are.
Freaking fire, man. Do you all understand the power behind what he's sharing? Shit! I'm going to use it.
Cool, you know. And you know what's the best part, guys? No ads needed.
Yeah.
Dude, you all better be taking down notes, man.
Now, and I want to say something. I'm not saying that I'm pro ads, okay? I don't want you all to think that I'm not pro ads. I'm just saying you guys are not ready to run ads. You're wasting money because you don't even know who your customers are. You don't even know who your dream customers are. You don't even have a good ethical bribe yet. Now, the minute you tested the whole process, the 100, 20, and 10, you get that right. Now you can run ads because everything multiplies by 10 times and 100 times. If 100 followers can get you 20 members and if you do the right thing, they get 10 sales, I would jolly well put $1 million because it's a best investment portfolio. Can you see the returns? It's measurable, it's predictable, it's consistent. I'm saying that most of you don't have that process, that system. Therefore, you cannot amplify that system. That's why I don't run ads first. Now, let's finish up, okay? Okay. Now, once they're in your database, once they're in your mailing list, they're in your group, right? Twin, I was in your Facebook group, right? And you're probably wondering, Eric, what kind of content should I put in my Facebook group that is different from what I'm putting in my public, correct?
Yes.
I'll tell you now. See, in the inner group, in your community, you should be sharing case studies after case studies of your vehicle of change. What's your vehicle of change? My vehicle of change is my secret selling system. Your vehicle of change is a certain fitness regime. Ricardo's vehicle of change is an interior design process that can help them get their house to wherever they want. All of you have a certain method. Would you agree?
Yes.
Now, of course, because we are entrepreneurs, we have to create our own products. If you are in insurance, then you're lucky because the company created all the products for you already, right? If you're in car sales, you don't have to think too much. The company created a car for you. Okay, but I'm talking about the rest of you, right? Who is selling something invisible. You need to think about case studies, success stories that can show that your solution is better than the rest. Follow? Okay, so case study. A lot of times, right, the mistake is you put testimonials and case studies in the public domain. Too soon, it will not work. You do not give testimonials and objection handling and case studies to people who don't have a relationship with you yet. They will not be open. No matter how brilliant you are, they will not be open to buy. You're giving the wrong content to the wrong group of people. So the two types of content you create are case studies and converting objections into objectives. I'll give you a demonstration, okay? Twin, tell me. First of all, what's your vehicle of change?
I have a 12-week program that I put people through that helps them get started into actually seeing results, and it's very easy to pick up.
You need a name for your system. I tell you something so strange. You anyhow come up with a name, right? Call it the twin method. Or wait, you have, right? It's called what? A something one?
I call it the Type A fitness program.
Very no, that's the one, right?
Yo,
it's called Type A fitness program.
Sorry, can I jump in? Can I just show
Yes.
some pictures, guys? Can I show some pictures? Eric, can you stop sharing your screen, bro?
Okay.
I just want to show some pictures and everything.
Sure.
Guys, I want y'all to actually see this, right? I just want y'all to see this. So let me just share my screen right now. I'm going to bring y'all to something. Like, so Twin, he is my coach. Do y'all see my picture, guys?
Walao eh.
Do y'all see my picture? All right. Like, you know, it's pretty wow, right? Pretty cool, huh? So this guy, he's my guy. And in 8 weeks, guys, let me just share with y'all. In 8 weeks, in literally 8 weeks, no joke, no joke. Right? In 8 weeks, this guy brought me from this to this. Do y'all see this? This is Twin.
Wow.
This is Twin. And he
The
made,
six-pack investor.
he made me become this. Like literally from this fat ass to this.
Six-pack investor, bro.
Right? And he is a genius, man. This is all his transformations. Like, this guy is fire, man. Serious.
You know something, Twin? That it's for your community to see.
Okay.
Yeah. So a lot of times because they're not ready yet. They're not ready to see all your sales testimonial because your public domain, you're supposed to build relationship, build trust. You're not supposed to make you're okay. Wait. They are problem aware. Now, once they join your community, they're already solution. You need them to be solution aware. That means they are aware of your solution and they're aware that your solution will work. Now, there's one more thing. So let's talk to Twin, then we talk to Ricardo. What's the biggest objection that people have of your A program?
Sorry.
Yeah.
Let me just hold on. Let me do
Okay.
that, bro.
Oh, you need to unmute them, is it?
Sorry. Yeah.
Hello. Yeah. Yeah. Honestly, it's they just ask what's the difference. Most of the time, that is it. Like, what's the difference?
And after you communicate the difference, how usually if they say no to you, what's the reason? Like they say, sorry, I'm not suitable. I'm not going to buy. What's usually the reason why they will not buy?
I think most of the time it's price, but it very rarely happens though.
So that means it's okay. So price is usually because it's a lack of communication of value, right?
Yes.
But usually what would be some question they will ask you before they buy?
It might be something like, can this really get me the results?
Very good. You see, can this really get me a result is where all the case studies are.
Fair enough.
So it's answered already. Give me an objection. Like, what's the reason why they will not buy from you?
They might say, "Oh, but actually, I'm really, really busy."
Very good.
Yeah.
Now, so that's objection, right? So therefore, you need to create content that handles that objection to show them that your workouts are taking very short amount of time and it's very easy to do.
Okay.
And that they actually get to try in your inner community, in your inside community. That means they get a preview of a little bit of what you do and you go like, oh my God, you mean that whatever I go to the gym to do in 20 minutes, I could do it like in 3 minutes? Oh, this is very cool. I see results. And that's free stuff. But imagine if I join your program, then wouldn't I get more results?
Yeah.
You see that? That's the sales conversion. So many of us, we put the wrong content in the wrong pocket. That's why we don't get the results.
Would it make sense if the case study itself also you can literally put the objection built into the story?
Absolutely. In fact, you have to because we need to connect to their objection before we can take them to where we want to take them, which is the objective. Okay, excellent. Ricardo, your turn. If people say no to you, why?
Lack of time, finance. Sometimes they say the promotion is too good to be true. So they're very skeptical. Basically, just skepticism.
Good. Let's talk about skeptic. Why are they skeptical?
They got cheated before.
Very good. They got cheated, right? By the interior designer or by the project team or what?
They got cheated mostly from contractors.
By the contractors, right?
Yeah.
So therefore, one of the things that you want to do is to introduce your contractors in the community. Bring your contractors in, do shows with them to talk about houses. Like review houses and say, hey, this is how I've done it. Do Excel spreadsheet to show that this is how I'm going to help my customer budget.
Understand. Okay.
See that?
Yeah.
So when you do that, by the time you ask them to buy, they have no objections for you because you have already tackled that objection 1 month ago with all your content.
I can use this likewise for my car sales especially, right? Because they get cheated. Mostly all the time they say they get cheated by gimmicks or whatnot. And it really hesitate. They are very hesitant to engage a meeting with me.
Which is why the testimonials are important. Here, the case studies of how you help them. And remember, if let's say, right, showing that you're trustworthy is a very important part of the sales process. Remember the Me 5 strategy? One of the words that you need to show is that word. You need to show that you are trustworthy at the beginning of the sales funnel. See that?
Yep.
Okay, now we're wrapping up, and then you know what to do. Sell, right? Make an irresistible offer. And I tell you this, they will listen not to consider, they'll listen to confirm. And that's why your closing ratio is freaking high. All right? Now, let's close. Can someone tell me very quickly, what movie is this?
Rocky 4.
Rocky,
yeah.
very good. Now, I'm going to give you guys an analogy, okay? See, if you I don't know if there are any fighters here, but imagine if I go to the ring right now and I immediately throw a right hook. Do you think I will be able to get my competition, my opponent?
No.
No, right? Because that guy is ready for me right now. So what I do? I have to jab, and then right hook, correct? Jab to stun the person and then right hook the person. It's the same thing in the business arena. Most of us are trying to throw the right hooks, which is to buy my services, buy my products, join my business. Too soon. You need to add value before you can throw the right hook. And the right add value is this, right? I have to summarize, I've taught you this, that at the beginning part of your sales system, your job is to nurture relationship with the followers. So create content that communicates your Me 5, create content that shows your expertise. 3 pieces of content buys you 1 chance to ask them to join you on the broadcast. And then you either use an ethical bribe or you use a testimonial to join your broadcast group. And then next thing, once they're in your community, you don't sell them. Again, 3 pieces of content before you make an offer. Case study, objection handling. Objection handling, case study. Then make an offer. Whatever way you play it, that's the sequence. You follow the sequence, your sales will be predictable. Dwayne, Ricardo, you know what to do now?
Yeah.
Is that helpful?
Yes.
Very helpful.